I say breaking news. This is last few minutes. Manchester United have reached full verbal agreement to sign Wout Weghorst. Understand that the deal will cost around €3 million to Besiktas. Weghorst will join on loan from Burnley. The final step that's needed is Besiktas to find a replacement, and then they'll agree to the signing. Right. That's pretty big, isn't it? I mean, obviously he's not the biggest name in the world, but United looking like getting this over the line now, obviously assuming Besiktas can get someone else. Yeah. What are your thoughts on him? Is he this sort of player United need? Do you like him? Does it sort of smack of desperation slightly?
It reeks of Igalo, doesn't it?
Do you think?
I think so. I think he's a good player, and I think he's probably got better attributes than Igalo, but he's not the, I don't know how much fear someone who couldn't make it into Burnley squad and had to go and play his trade in Turkey is going to, scare the rest of the defences. But it might have a better effect on the people around him, like Martial looking over his shoulder and thinking, I might get in week week out if I don't, start scoring goals. So there could be that effect. But I mean, it's good that we're getting somebody in, because I don't think we can rely solely on Rashford. I think everyone can agree with that. It's not the name that anybody would have picked out at all.
No. Is it, Joe?
He's not first choice, is he?
Would he be the first person to go from Burnley to Man United, even though it's on loan? I can't think of too many that have gone.
That I can think of, yeah. I can't imagine there's been many. Obviously, there's usually too much of a golfing quality for that to be an option. But does it make sense to you, though, Joe? Even though he's not the first choice, he's a Dutch player that obviously Ten Hag will have seen a lot of with his time at, I think it was AZ Alkmaar he was at. He's known around the national team, so he's a player that he's very aware of. He offers something different to our players. He's big, strong, good finisher, has more of a goal scoring track record than anyone at the club currently for United. He's got 3 or 4 20-goal seasons under his belt. He's not someone that's just tapped a couple of goals in and been shit for Burnley. He's someone that's got 170 career goals. He's a proper striker, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's only 30 years old as well, so he's not past his best.
What it makes sense is if the scouting network for Ten Hag have gone to him, I said, with the money we've got in January, not to bring in a proper replacement striker, here is your list. And the list may have been of 10 names or 5 names. And Ten Hag has probably looked at them and gone, why it makes sense is because, I understand him as a player. He'll fit my philosophy quite well and he can score goals. So let's go for him. Because I do believe that if we wanted to get Felix or we wanted to push on for other players, we probably would have. But you'd hope that there's something coming in the summer.
Yeah,
because we do not want to be in this situation again where we need a striker.
Yeah.
And you'd hope that this is a short-term fix for what can be a long-term solution in the summer transfer window.
The Burnley thing, I think if you look at his record, so since he was at AZ Alkmaar 2016-17, because before that he was at Heracles and MN and lesser teams.
A lot of big teams.
So from AZ onwards, these are his goals by season.
Yeah.
So 18, 27, 18, 20, 25, 7, which wasn't great. But part of that same season is when he went to Burnley, where he only got 2 goals. He's currently got 9 in 18 for Besiktas, so better than 1 in 2. So if we're being fair, obviously we're disappointed maybe that it's not a bigger name or Felix has gone to Chelsea or whatever. The Burnley era seems more like an outlier than a true testament to his quality. He scored minimum 10 goals every season except that season. He's clearly not a bad player, is he?
No, I mean, if he's going to add 10 goals, that wouldn't be there if he was absent from joining Man United. Yeah. And then it's worth the investment, isn't it? And something Ten Hag consistently says is that it's about getting the right player, not getting any player. So you were right, Joe, in terms of he'll have seen the list and seen what his attributes are. And if you look at the team that's playing tonight, he gets into that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So automatically it's an improvement on what we've got.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
He replaces Elanga.
Yeah, he would be playing in this game tonight. So I do believe that it's obviously not the most exciting transfer, but I think it's one that makes sense, and I think he'll get games for United, especially if Martial keeps playing the way that he has done for the since the World Cup. Yeah, he's going to get games.
How do you say it? How do you say his full name?
I think it's Wout Weghorst. Double V in it, giving it the double V's.
Double V's.
But I think I don't think you're going to get particularly told off for saying Weghorst. But yeah, exciting player. I think
South Stretford end.
I've seen a bit of a filthy rumour that despite being sort of massive, 6'6", no, that he actually isn't that good in the air.
Why is that a filthy rumour?
Well, you'd think someone who's 6'6" would be able to nod a few balls in, wouldn't you? Win a header.
Yeah.
Does that bother you? This is a to feet kind of player.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me now.
Respect.
I'm still getting over the use of filthy.
I just think it's.
That's why I brought Willies up.
Oh right, no, it's not that filthy a rumour. It's just a sort of normal kind of rumour. Yeah.
You got to admit, what did you think when he said filthy?
Yeah.
Willies.
Willies.
You should watch your language next time, Joe.
Thanks very much.